Past 9 o'clock. Welcome back to the program. And oh, look who is here, smiling, ear-to-ear smile. It's Dr. Steffany Mohan from Plaza Dental. It's because it is time for great smiles. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
As we all sigh.
I flossed and brushed and gargled all this morning.
No, Jason had a very valid question.
That's just for you. That's
for me. And,
right.
Yeah.
Jason had a good question before the camera turned on.
I asked about water picks if they're any good. I didn't know if it was just like a squirt gun or if they're really effective.
No, it's like a really good squirt gun.
Is it?
Yeah. No, they're really good. I mean, the reason is that we all need to have everything sort of flushed out, and we were talking about getting food stuck in different places at one point, and it's just all part of cleaning. If you get mud on you, you clean it off. If you
is it powerful enough to get rid of plaque or not?
It does get rid of sort of like what we call the biofilm, so it kind of disrupts what the plaque sticks to, which is really good.
So in between teeth, floss is still better?
It's all really good for you. You can't overdo it unless you're scrubbing too hard or using a hard toothbrush or something like that. So you really like getting rid of the just sort of all of that. Water pick is really great for flushing everything out. It makes your mouth feel very fresh. And we've talked about this a long time ago, but one of my favorite things is called shower floss, and it's basically a water pick for the shower, and it's about $20, and basically you turn off the flow to the shower, and you divert the water to the water pick essentially that you can use in the shower. It's
I should
wonderful.
Get one of those. That's so smart.
Well, it's my kids use them
where'd
as
you
a fun
say you
toy
found that? You have to go online.
Your boys would probably love
I
that.
got it online. I'm sure there's other places that you can get it, but yeah, I got it online.
While we're on the subject, what's your favorite kind of toothbrush?
I'm completely hopelessly devoted to the Sonicare.
Okay.
So it's a Philips
product.
Right.
Yeah.
The sound waves break up the plaque and naughty bits and all that stuff.
It's just a great. I don't know how much like an airplane it is.
Okay.
It's not a sonic boom probably as much, but it does. It gives much more effective than anything we can do with a manual toothbrush. So yeah, it's wonderful.
And as important, the replacement brushes are easily accessible. Everybody seems to have them.
Oh yeah. Those are really easy. You see them at Costco and all sorts of places.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're looking at her smiles, it's amazing what a dentist can tell just by looking at her smile. Because we like to do Wellness Wednesdays and keep everyone healthy throughout the week. But basically, by just looking at our smiles, you guys can.
I'm kind of a Sherlock Holmes of
teeth. You can sense
right?
that other
I'm married to a
things are going
physician,
on.
and we'll walk through the mall, and she'll try and guess the ailment as we walk. So do you do the same thing with smiles?
Definitely. And you know what? It rubs off on people around me too. My husband does it now, and every time he does it, he says, I have the affliction.
I've heard of veterinarians looking at a horse's mouth and being able to tell how they're doing. But you say you can do that with people too.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of things. There's some really great articles out there that everything that happens in your body is correlated to your mouth. We're not a closed. We are a closed system. We're all connected. Everything that happens is connected. So if you have inflammation in your body, it's going to show up in your mouth. If you have diabetes, it's going to show up in your mouth. We can tell if you grind your teeth. And people argue with me like crazy about that. We have these funny discussions. Do you think it's possible that you grind your teeth? Oh no, I don't do that. Do you think it's possible that you do it at night while you're sleeping and you don't know it? You grind your teeth.
I do. Yeah.
I was going to say, because I do apparently, and if anyone does, it'd be you. Yeah.
Teeth aren't two flat sets of, dentures are two flat sets of teeth against each other that, move against each other like this. Teeth have, nice
ridges.
Yeah, nice, they're not supposed to be flat against one another. They have peaks and valleys and we call them all sorts of interesting
we're
names
omnivores,
and that
so
kind
you
of
need
thing.
those to break up food,
yeah. We're a mortar. Our molars are mortar and pestle, basically. So you have, a cusp that comes into a valley, in the molar, and then that's how you crush your food, and you tear your food with your front teeth and that type of thing. So yeah, we're essentially animals,
What's something that we might be surprised at that you've been able to identify just by looking at someone's smile?
A lot of times, so you can tell if somebody's pregnant.
What?
Yeah.
How? No, nothing going on here, Lou. Keep looking. You ain't gonna see
I was just looking.
No, she's perfect. That would ruin the whole.
How can you tell someone's pregnant?
A lot of times, very early on, when people are pregnant, their gums will bleed. I mean, just spontaneously, sort of sometimes. I mean, you know,
really?
they'll have a lot of, yeah. So their gums get puffy and they bleed. Well, babies are little aliens that take over. I mean, you know? So come on.
Wow.
So yeah. So I mean, you could tell all sorts of things. It's really, really interesting. Yeah. I mean, we could tell. You know, a lot of times we can tell if somebody has, you know, not flossed or brushed well for a period of time, and then they do it right before
when they walk in. Can't
well,
you?
they do, a lot of times they'll do it the night before they come in or something like that. So you can tell if they've sort of like, I mean, you know, they can actually do some damage sometimes if they haven't.
It's the thought that counts, though.
I completely agree. Yeah. Bad breath sometimes can be a sign of different things. You know, it can be a sign of different, sometimes kidney disease, sometimes. Yeah, lots of different things, and sometimes it can be, we can sometimes tell if people drink a lot of alcohol because their mouth will dry out and they'll have a tendency to get more cavities, that type of thing. So,
really?
I mean, yeah, it's really, it's very interesting, you know. So I'm sure this makes people not want to go to the dentist because they're thinking that we're being judgmental. It's not that at all. It's actually that we want to help, and we want people to keep their teeth for their lifetime.
It should be incentive for you to go to the dentist if other signs of things
right,
going on in your body
it's not about trying
can come
to
out.
you know, catch you at doing the things that you're doing wrong. It's about trying to help you with, you know, keeping your teeth forever.
Is that common for a dentist to be like, hey, I'm looking around in here and I see some other situations going on, or do only certain dentists do something like that?
I think it varies a little bit. I mean, we all have different areas of interest, and so, you know, we have that. I mean, that's one of the reasons why it's nice to have a hygienist that, you know, really, I mean, a really, really amazing hygienist, which we have a bunch of them. They can really spend more time with you, and they can identify things. You know, they have eyes, they see, and they also have a relationship with you, a rapport with you, and they can kind of, you know, if they see something that's unusual from 6 months ago when we saw you before, they can say, hey, you know, tell me if anything's changed.
Right.
You know, we have patients in a lot of times that their mouth will get dry because they're on a medication, and then they start, you know, using a lot of mints or hard candy or that kind of thing to kind of stimulate saliva. Well, it's also sugar. And so a lot of times people, like, even since for a 6-month checkup, they'll have a lot of new cavities, or they'll just have a lot of new problems. And so it's easy to identify sometimes some of those things. Yeah.
Amazing.
I know.
You can tell by just your mouth alone.
I know, it's so fun. I mean, I know that sounds so crazy, but you know what we do is so interesting, and it really is. And it's wonderful to be able to help people.
That is great. Speaking of helping people, it sounds like you guys are helping some people out.
Oh, we've had the best time. Except for the tears. I'm not very good at tears.
Explain what you mean.
Well, we had the Great Smile Makeover Contest, and everybody loves a great makeover, right? I mean, that's just so much fun. And I'm a huge believer that if you can't smile, you can't be you. I mean, you can't express your real personality. You can't really be yourself. And so we took, you know, a bunch of entries. Holy cow, that was a job in itself, is going through all the entries. But we picked 2 winners, and we had them in last week, and they were lots of tears. Lots and lots of tears.
But good tears.
We're going to give them new smiles. I mean, both of them, you know, had some issues that were going on that caused them to not be able to function correctly and chew and smile. And they're affected by it. You know, their kids notice, their families notice. Did you get some
before pictures?
We did,
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll have to see the before and after.
Before and after then.
Yeah.
And how long of a process will this be?
Both of them are having some implants done, which is about a 3-month process. And so, you know, just because it's the best thing that we can really do for people, we can really give them teeth back that feel and look and function like teeth. And so, yeah, they're getting their smiles back, and they're really excited. So, yeah, and it's so much fun. I mean, it's one of the gals just said, you know, you're so sweet for doing this. And I said, here's the thing. The time when you feel the best is when you're doing something nice for somebody else, when you can really make a difference for somebody else. And so, you know, I mean, they're giving us a gift too. So.
Wonderful. Tell everybody where your place is located.
Yeah, we're on Jordan Creek Parkway. We right by Culver's on Jordan Creek Parkway.
Of course. So
I
go
know.
to the dentist,
Everybody
get your teeth cleaned, go get some custard.
Right. Go get a butter burger. And
Okay.
And the best way to find us is our website, dmsmiles.com.
Wonderful. Great job as always.
Yeah,
thank you.